Hey there, all you screenwriters, comic book writers, and storytellers everywhere. My name is Mitch Smith, and I'm the owner of Mitch Smith Media, as well as a screenwriter, internationally published graphic novel author, and film producer. I'm here to talk to you today about how to adapt your screenplay into a comic book script using Final Draft. So, before we jump into this, first, I want to say that I am using Final Draft, and I recommend that you use Final Draft too for all of your screenwriting, comic book writing, and other storytelling needs. Now, as you can see from the screen here, this link will be in the description below, but this is where you can buy the Final Draft software. Final Draft is the premier and the accepted industry standard for screenwriting. Now, it can also allow you to write comics in the correct format and stage plays and more. I'm just going to scroll through here really quickly. The price point on Final Draft 11, the newest version, which is what I currently have, as you can see, is on sale as this video is being recorded for $200. Now, typically it's $250, but as you can see, there's a 30-day free trial, and there are discounts for students and teachers. And again, it is an investment that I recommend you get because it is certainly something that you will use. Before we jump into how to adapt your screenplay to a comic, let's first look at how to just create a comic. Let's say you have an idea for a comic, you want to write a comic. Well, how do you do that? Let me show you. As I said, this is the basic screen you're going to get when you open Final Draft for the first time. Now, it is a blank document. So if you want to write a comic and have it formatted correctly, what you're going to do is very simple. You're going to go up here to the top, go to File, and then instead of just New, you're going to go New from Template. When you click that, what you'll see is a bunch of options here. You'll have graphic novels, scripts, and then lots of options there, a BBC screenplay, a stage play, etc. And then you can also do TV templates, and you can download more templates from the Final Draft website. What we're concerned about right now is graphic novels or comics. So that's what I'm going to go to. We go to graphic novels and we get a couple options. Our Dark Horse graphic novel, which is one of the premier publishing companies. There's regular, just standard graphic novel format. There is Image Comics graphic novel, and then there's a plot outline, which is exactly what it sounds like. Now, for my money and in my personal opinion, I go with the Image Comics graphic novel format. This is the easiest to understand, the most straightforward, and I've never had any problems when I submit something like that to a publisher or to an artist to look at and kind of decipher and work through what we want to work on together, what we want to create. So let's click on it. Image Comics graphic novel. Now, I'm going to zoom in on this because it's a little tiny. But what you'll see here is when I've created the new, you'll see Untitled Image Comics graphic novel. So once we work on our thing, we can save it as whatever our title is. But what you will see here is already formatted exactly as we want it. We have the page number, however many panels are on that page, the description, your characters, their dialogue, and so on. So it's a really helpful tool to help you learn how to format a comic. Now, I'm not going to get into that. We can make another video focusing on how you should create a comic and how to list your characters, dialogue, everything like that. But for now, we're just going to focus on how to get on the screen and how to get to the right place for writing a comic or for adapting your screenplay to a comic. Now that we've done that, let's jump right into how to adapt your screenplay into comic book format. So, as you will see here, I've created a very short scene, but it's just an example for you to see what it looks like and how to adapt a screenplay or a scene into comic book format. So, what you're going to do is take your screenplay. Again, this can be in the screenplay template, and we're going to go up to the format button. When we click it, you'll get a list of things here, and click Elements. Now, from this is all can be kind of confusing, But don't worry about any of that. Just go down to the bottom left and click Apply a Template. Now, again, it will give you these lists of graphic novels, scripts, TV documents, or text documents, I'm sorry, TV templates. And if you've added more options, then it will show up there as well. But let's just do, as we did before, graphic novels, Image Comics graphic novel. And then we've got that, so let's hit OK. Now, what I want to show you and talk to you a little bit about, just to be sure, is that this will not be perfect. For example, this doesn't have page numbers, it doesn't have the panel numbers. So we are going to have to do a little bit of work. However, it is in the correct format, and it is important that you have everything in this format, because then the rest of it comes very easily and you can write as needed. Now, as you'll see, I paused and I took a minute to put everything in the correct format. As you'll see, I'll go through this very quickly because this isn't really the point of this, but we have our page right here, page 1, the number of panels on page 1. And our first panel, what's happening there. Our second panel, what's happening there, and so on. And then this becomes page 2, and we scroll down, and it's the exact same scene. I didn't change anything. I didn't even change any of the wording. I just changed it a little bit so that it fit in the format we were going for in the image comic book format. This has been a very quick lesson on how to adapt your screenplay into a comic book in the correct format using Final Draft. Now, if you would like me to talk about the comic book format and go into more detail on that, about how I use it, how I write comics, I am more than happy to, and I can make a future video on that. Also, if you've had any issues, or if you've had a lot of success and know some tips and tricks for adapting your screenplay into a comic, or vice versa, please let me know below. As always, please consider supporting us on Patreon, where you'll get access to videos like this, also access to our exclusive Facebook group where we share scripts, movie reviews, and you can connect with writers from all over the world. And finally, you also get a monthly interview with an entertainment industry professional. Thank you so much, and finally, don't forget to check out Mitch Smith Media on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thanks so much, everyone. I'll see you next time.